Now, weather alert from the Northwest Arkansas Weather Authority.
Hi, everyone. Chief Meteorologist Dan Scoff alongside Alexander Williams. We've been watching a storm that was producing tornado potential, actually had a confirmed tornado. Now we've got this warning, as we've been mentioning, extending into the Siloam Springs area. Now, if you live in Benton County, you should be getting your weather radio alerts. Not before, but now is when you need to be taking your tornado precautions. So, very active day. You've been mentioning on our Siloam Springs Weather Bug Network camera, you can see some of this lightning that's moving in. Let's go ahead and get to that and kind of describe what we're looking at, Alexander, and then we'll get to the radar.
Okay. Yeah, let me switch to the cam here.
So we've got it up here. We're right now, we've got it on, and so we're looking off to the southwest, and we're bringing up weather too. And so tell us some of the lightning that you've seen. Like what kind of lightning have you?
It's just kind of been flickering, but it has been it was constant for a couple minutes ago. I wouldn't be surprised to see another flash as we're looking at there. There a flash there. Yep. Storm very strong and has had, you know, a confirmed tornado by a TDS, which is by radar, confirmed with debris in the air. And this storm has just been cycling. It's the same storm, and it's called a cyclical supercell, and it goes through cycles. So it's in a process of strengthening once again. And what's happening is it's just taking in that low-level jet, Dan, and it's just rapidly intensifying that rotation as the storm continues to go through its cycles.
Yeah, and the low-level jet is an area of fast winds, very close to the ground. You can see how fast the clouds are moving on a Weather Bug Network camera. Let's bring up MEGADOPPLER, and then we're going to do a storm track on this. So now we do have a tornado warning that is including Siloam Springs. And guess what time it is? It's right after school is being let out. So guess what? We've got our Allen Elementary Weather Bug Network camera. I am going to move it to where we can probably see the people that are letting out of school, and I bet you it's a little bit of a mess. There's a school bus right there
on our camera.
So we got school buses. This is looking off to the southwest, and you can see how fast the winds are. That's inflow too. Look at the inflow into that storm, so you can see that. So we're going to move this camera as we point it to the west, and then you'll get to see how strong that low-level jet is. And then here's the people that are lining up, and now we got a problem where we got lightning. We got a tornado warning, and kids are being to be picked up, and probably the school is saying we've got to shelter these kids because it's headed our way. So let's give you the information on where exactly this is at and how much time you have before this storm does potentially move into Siloam Springs. So this tornado warning officially goes until, I would say, look at the latest here, till 4 o'clock. Just making sure I've got that right. Till 4 o'clock. It's 3:16 right now. And thankfully, school being let out, but obviously heavy rain starting to come into the Siloam Springs area. But the actual tornadic circulation isn't until you get southwest to Eldon. So Eldon, what we call tail end Charlie, this is the southern tip of the storm. And you're going to notice here that that circulation really kind of elongated now. It's kind of falling apart, but there is signs that it's starting to increase a little bit near Chewy, which is in northwestern Adair County. There's also somewhat of a circulation that's starting to show up west of Siloam Springs as well. So there's obviously everybody that's waiting to get out of school. I'm going to go back to the west, and let's see if we can see any type of lowering with that as that storm moves to the north. So definitely a very active day. Tornado warning until 4 o'clock. Take your tornado precautions. I will say this storm has weakened from what it was earlier. They had a confirmed tornado south of Tahlequah, about 7 miles. There was debris on the radar. The radar has changed to a what we call a tornado indicated, a radar indicated tornado, not a confirmed. There you see the information for the confirmed Tahlequah tornado from an NWS employee. Also had golf ball size hail in Tahlequah, but now this circulation might be ramping back up. So here's a look at what we had earlier when that storm was moving northeast, and you can see kind of some of the circulation starting to increase again. Let's get a storm track on this. Let people know where it's headed. Go ahead and give me the latest speed on that too, Alexander.
So the latest speed on that is scroll down here. The latest speed on that's going to be northeast of 45.
Okay, so the most dangerous portion of this storm, the tornado area, we're going to put the tornado track on this, at 45 miles an hour. We're going to make it kind of narrow so you know exactly what you can expect and where that tornadic circulation will essentially travel over. And so if we take that to the northeast, I'm going to put it pretty close to the Siloam Springs area. Let's go over the next 45 minutes. Here are the areas that are going to be impacted. Watts, 339. Definitely southwest of Siloam Springs. Siloam Springs at about 347. Highville at 401. So we're talking a little bit, let's say a little bit after 4 o'clock coming towards the XNA area. Now that's a kind of a narrow track. There will be more impacts than just the potential tornado. There also will be strong winds. There'll be a lot of lightning. So let's do a little bit of a wider track and take that over time. We'll see that the area that's going to be impacted will be northeast of Siloam Springs, Gentry, potentially at 354, 4 o'clock in Decatur, and XNA at about 404. I know some people were talking about flights.
The inflow is increasing.
Yeah.
Into that storm.
Okay, so let's go to let's do a split screen if we can. We'll do Max 1 and Max 2 on both sides, and we've got the camera located in Siloam Springs. We're looking off to the southwest. This camera got a lot of use on October 21st.
It did, yes.
Hopefully we don't have another one of those. Now the lightning isn't tremendous because it's daylight, so you're not going to see all those individual what we call intracloud flashes, so you don't see that. But we're on TV because we have a tornado warning. It's now moving into southwest Siloam Springs. It's when kids are getting out of school. This is Allen Elementary that you see on the left side of your TV screen. We've got a tornado warning until 4 o'clock, and this storm has had a history of producing tornado damage. So, needless to say, we're on TV, we're letting you know about it. Now, we've been watching this storm, excuse me, for several hours on Facebook Live. We've also been streaming on our app, NWA Weather Authority. Get that for the latest warnings, also alerts. You can go to NWA Weather Authority on your App Store and on Google Play. But, excuse me. One of the things I was talking about was Weather Call. And Weather Call is a great service that will get you within the polygon, and it'll only alert you if you're within the polygon. So we have a new, sounds like a new alert coming out.
This is severe thunderstorm.
All right, so we've got, I wanted to kind of show you this. And so here's a look at essentially where you can go for Weather Call. So this is our Weather Call alert system. It's a personalized warning service only if you're in the path of the storm. There is a price, but it's, you know, it also calls landline phones. How important is that in rural parts of counties where cell service doesn't work very well, or you can't pick up, you know, a very good cell signal? I mean, obviously there's Wi-Fi, but then those calling services can take a while to get those alerts. You can also receive those tornado, severe, or flash flood warnings by email or text. There is a free trail available online. All you got to do is just go to nwahomepage.com and you can search Weather Call and you can bring that up. Very, very important. So we've got, let's go ahead and bring that camera back up if we can. I'll bring the radar back up and we'll look at the split screen, and we're tracking that storm that's moving northeast at 45 miles an hour. So intense storm. There's also a new severe thunderstorm warning now that's occurring, and a new tornado warning now that's approaching western Sequoia County. So any one of these storms is going to be tornado potentially producing. There.
And that's a severe thunderstorm warning. It looks like there might be multiple circulations within the storm.
I know, yeah. But I will say the circulation is not nearly as impressive as it was earlier. So
sirens are going off now in Gravis, what we just had a report on.
That's ways away, but I know why, because they're getting some heavy rain, and so it looks kind of ominous. But sirens are going off in Gravit. That's good information. Thank you for that. Although you're not officially in the tornado warning, you're a little bit outside of that. But it's headed that way, and you saw the track that we did. It's going to be close, so better safe than sorry. Gravit is just a few miles northeast of the actual extent of the warning. Siloam Springs is in the path of this warning. Circulation now is approximately, I would say, 17 miles southwest of Siloam Springs. The storm's moving at about 40, 45 miles an hour, so you're seeing that potential for a rotation that's going to be moving in. And right now, I'm not as concerned about tornado potential Not to say that there won't be, but it's not as impressive as it was, or not as strong of a circulation as it was earlier. And I think the Weather Service has to be monitoring that and mentioning that on NWS chat. We are going to switch the radar, though, because sometimes we can get a lot of not as good of a view from the radar beam that's going through a bunch of rain and storms, kind of what we call an attenuated radar beam. So I'm going to switch the radar and see if we get a better view of this storm, and then we'll take a look here. So there we go. Let's go there. So yeah, west of Siloam Springs, a little bit of a circulation. That is very elongated. Not as much of a tornadic potential. Still a warning, goes until 4 o'clock. Can't let your guard down on a rotating thunderstorm. Still going 344 for the timing on Siloam Springs if it does move in. We can kind of see some of that lowered cloud base, can't you? A little bit off in the distance.
Oh, wow.
Look at that wind shear. You can see the shear of this storm. Now, let's go ahead and we'll bring up Weather 1. Oh, we do. Excellent. Okay. Okay, perfect. All right, so we got one of our storm spotters, Michael Craddock. He's located in the Siloam Springs area, but he's probably out maybe checking out this storm here as I pop on the green wall. So, Michael, if you're out there, tell me what you're seeing right now and where you're at.
Okay, well, at the moment I'm on the east side of town near the high school. There, and so I'm looking back toward the west. It's extremely dark back there, but I see like no rotation or anything, but the sirens are going off at the moment.
Okay, do you have your, I don't know if you have your spotter net loaded up. You might not.
No, I do not have the video going at the moment.
What about your location?
I had it on a moment ago.
Okay.
It may be active at the moment. I don't know.
All right, yeah, go ahead and put it on because we got our storm spotters kind of plotted on here so we can know exactly where you're at. There is a circulation that's on the north side of Siloam that you might be seeing. What are you looking at when you look north of Siloam?
Let's see. So I'm at the high school right now. Traffic is everywhere because everybody's trying to pick up their kids.
Yeah, I know. We saw that.
And there's a lot of rain going on at the moment, so can't see really the cloud motion right where I am. But I'm looking northeast and north, and I don't see, actually, I don't see any kind of rotation at all right now.
Okay, but you do have your stream loaded up?
No,
okay.
I don't have my computer stream working at the moment.
Okay, I got you.
Sorry.
So they're issuing a Benton County severe thunderstorm warning, just to let you know. We'll keep you on the line here for just a little bit, Michael.
Okay.
But they have issued a severe thunderstorm warning. We're going to see that pop up. That is for an extension to this warning. It's an extension to the tornado warning, but it becomes a severe thunderstorm warning. So you can see that goes until 4:15. This is clipping northwestern portions of Benton County. Douglas Keck is going to be right in the path of this storm. You can see our storm spotter right there, located in the Bella Vista area. Colby Ward is in the Fayetteville area, and we're speaking with Michael Craddock, who is in Siloam Springs. So we've got storm spotters surrounding this storm, and I'm looking at some ragged, I can see some ragged clouds from our Allen Elementary WeatherBug Network camera, but nothing of immediate concern with tornado potential, which is good news. Oh, a lot of cloudy ground lightning strikes, so did you see that one? Michael?
Yes, I'm sorry?
Did you see that cloudy ground lightning strike just not too long ago?
No, I did not notice it. No, I'm sorry.
Well, you're encountering a lot of heavy rain, so Allen Elementary hasn't quite gotten the heavy rain yet. You can go ahead and pick that up and just mute your mic.
Yeah, see, I'm over here by the Siloam Springs Hospital where the high school is.
All right, so we've got severe thunderstorm warning for 4:15, and this is including northern sections and northwestern sections of Benton County. That does include the Bella Vista area. Let me read some of the cities that are included in this severe thunderstorm warning. Gentry, outside of the tornado warning, in the severe thunderstorm warning. We got Maysville. You also got, of course, Gravette, Sulphur Springs, Hiwassee, Bella Vista. Also eastern Bella Vista. Doesn't quite make it into Pea Ridge. It's on the cusp of Centerton, and then you extend southwestward, and you can see that in Springtown as well. So that's kind of a look at most of the cities that are within that severe thunderstorm warning that goes until 4:45. Let me do a storm track on this again. I'm starting to notice a little bit of a potential stronger circulation that's beginning to develop on this storm that's in southwest of Siloam, so it's something to watch. That's why we're keeping Michael Craddock on, and he's located in that area. Go ahead and get your spotter net, if you can, Michael, loaded up. But
yeah, it should have my position on there right now.
Okay, it might just take a couple seconds to load up. But here is a look at this area of circulation that we're watching, which is just west of Watts. And we're kind of looking at the wide view because we want to show you, as fast as this storm is moving, I want to give you an update that the severe thunderstorm warning does have a tornado possible tag, meaning it's not going to be warned as a tornado warning unless it strengthens a little bit more, but a tornado could be possible with this type of environment. We've got Gravette 402, Centerton at 405, Sulphur Springs 408, and Bentonville just a little after 4 o'clock at 410. So those are the areas that are going to be impacted. Let me zoom in really close to the Siloam Springs area. And if we had an exact location of this circulation, but it's kind of elongated and it's kind of broad, there's no sense of really diving way in on street level detail at this moment, just because there's no immediate threat of a tornado touching down, but it could strengthen very quickly, as we found out. So, Michael, give me an update what you're seeing right now in the Siloam Springs area.
Well, what I'm seeing at the moment is I'm kind of looking pretty much directly west. It's getting pretty dark over in that area. And also, if I look toward the northeast and north, it's not near as dark up that way, but I see no rotation in the clouds. The clouds really aren't moving very much.
Okay. Now, you aren't in the brunt of this storm quite yet. You're getting the outskirts, you're getting the eastern edge. I'm sure you got your radar loaded and you can see that, but you're kind of on the eastern edge of it. So, okay, that's a good idea. All right, so I can see your location. I can see Colby Ward as well. I can see James Hilger. All three of our spotters are located in the Gentry area. So we just had a report that Gentry is holding students until the tornado warning is lifted. Gentry is just outside of that tornado warning, just by a few miles. However, the severe thunderstorm warning extends into there. And so, you know, those warnings are exact latitude and longitude areas. There you see the city of Gentry. It's just outside of the tornado warning, with the warning line being southwest of Gentry. However, still too close for comfort. Good idea. There's a lot of rain. There's a lot of storm activity and heavy rain as well, and a lot of lightning. And so all of that activity will be moving towards Gentry, so that's why they're doing that. All right.
Hey, Dan?
Yes, sir.
Hey, real quick, what I'm seeing here is that the clouds are moving rapidly now to the northwest.
Okay.
It looks like they started changing direction a little bit.
Okay. Which way are you looking at?
Okay, I'm looking toward the west.
Towards the west, okay.
And they're moving toward the northeast. And by the way, the Siloam Springs High School is in lockdown right now.
Okay. All right, we can start to see the lowering a little bit. Now we're looking straight southwest. Okay, so now we're seeing the lowering from Siloam Springs, and I can see exactly what you're looking at because you got out of that rain shield, so now you're able to see a little bit better, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So
yes, definitely.
Let me bring this up in front of the wall here. Let's bring up this camera full real fast. So this is the lowering. That's from Siloam Springs, Allen Elementary. This right here is that lowering, and there's the circulation. And Michael Craddock is mentioning inflow, where the winds are flowing from southeast to northwest. And you can see, you can see this has, it does appear some inflow, where the winds are flowing kind of from the northeast. That's a sign that this storm is starting to cycle a little bit. We did have an update to the severe thunderstorm warning. This would be the ragged lowering right here. We don't see any tornado potential immediately, but this is the tornado warned storm. This is looking off to the southwest from Allen Elementary. And this is the area of concern right in here. You can obviously see the lightning. You can see the rain core behind that as well. Let's bring up the radar again, and let me step off the screen here. So, yeah, Alexander can control this right now, and I'll kind of be in front of this on MEGADOPPLER. So we're bringing up the split screen. Wow, look at this circulation that ramped up over so that is a good reason for Gentry closing, you know, just keeping those students in. This is the circulation. You've got green colors and red colors right next to each other. Now, this is the radar from Fort Smith, correct? Okay, so got the radar from Fort Smith. You might be muted on your microphone, by the way, when you were talking to that viewer on. I'm talking to Alexander. Michael, you're still good. We can still hear you real clear. But there's a circulation. Let's go ahead and we'll zoom in on this area, northeastern Adair County. It's getting towards Siloam Springs. We don't want to lose sight because it's going to be changing shapes rather quickly. So let's go ahead and we'll bring up a one screen. Let's get this on one radar instead of velocity. And then let's bring up the split screen, if we can, of the WeatherBug camera on Max 2. So there's the lowering right there. You can see that. I'm seeing a lot of outflow with this. It does kind of look outflow down. It's more shelf cloud appearance. And also, too, you can see that anemometer, which is our anemometer with our WeatherBug network. It is blowing towards the north. So that's outflow. Are you already experiencing outflow with this storm, Michael, at the surface? Hey, Michael, are you there? I don't know if we lost Michael Craddock. I can hear him in the background, but...
Do you have me back? Can you hear me, Dan?
Yeah.
Okay. The National Weather Service did say they're seeing a transition from more of the supercellular nature to a QLCS, or quasi-lunar convective system, across southeast Oklahoma. They said shear vectors have increased over the area now to 50 knots, while the surface-based CAPE is greater than 1,000. It's across a broad area that has not experienced storms yet. And that's what you mentioned about the river valley there and southeast Oklahoma not having really experienced that many storms yet. Current activity is expected to expand east-northeast into western Arkansas by 5 p.m.
Okay, I'm going to bring up the camera. We're going to have that loaded on the radar so you can kind of see and look at all the school buses, everybody. What a mess, right at the time of school being let out. But there's a look at the camera. You can see that. We bring that up on Weather One, by the way, Charles. Got a way to show the camera, and it's our little 2-box. So there's a look at the Allen Elementary, Siloam Springs WeatherBug Network camera. You can see the radar. This is the area of circulation. I can show you where we're watching that potential for rotation. It's south of Siloam Springs. It's still a little bit elongated. If we look at the what we call rotation indication, it's still elongated, and we got a great view of it. This would be where that lowering is if there is any type of tornado potential. So let's go back to the radar. I'm going to move this, and we'll kind of pan to the southwest here a little bit and show you this storm. This is the severe thunderstorm warning. Now, there's actually a little bit more of a circulation that's kind of going on near Decatur. This is another area of circulation that's showing up, but this is still elongated. What we mean by it's not a tight couplet, it's not very focused, it's not very close in, it's kind of spread out. So that shows you that it's rotating, but it might not be quite at tornado potential yet, and that's why they have a severe thunderstorm warning with a tornado possible tag. But the environment is very ripe. So, Michael, are you still there?
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I was going to ask you, are you getting outflow, meaning the storm is kind of pushing winds from your west to the east already?
No, I do not notice any of that right now.
Okay. All right.
The lowering that you were seeing and stuff like that, it's coming right over the city right now. It looks like behind that, it's brighter. I'm not sure exactly what that is.
That's the rain core. That's the rain core behind it.
We got a good strike, lightning strike just a moment ago.
Yeah, we saw it. We got it on our camera. I'm going to move this camera over here real quick. We'll take it from Siloam, and I can see that lowering that you're talking about. It's very ragged, and it does look like it's outflow dominant to me. This is starting to lose tornado potential, but with these QLCSs, they can spin up real fast, which is just basically a broken line of storms. So we're about to experience some really strong winds, possibly up to, I would say, 50, 60 miles an hour.
It's about here. I can start to feel it now.
Okay.
And the good news is they are holding the buses. So the buses are on delay. They're not going to be getting the kids out into this as it comes through Siloam Springs.
That's just a raindrop, right? Let me zoom in on that. That looks interesting.
Yeah, so the clouds now, Dan, are starting to really rapidly move to the northeast. Yeah,
so we've got kind of out to the northeast?
Yes, we're moving to the northeast.
Okay, yeah, so the south. Okay, Jillian, you were talking about some of the buses that are being held. Alexander mentioned that. Go through a list real quick in my ear. We've got Decatur schools that are holding buses. Siloam Springs, as you can see, those buses aren't going anywhere on our camera. And Bentonville is also holding school kids. And Gentry. So we've got Gentry, Decatur, Siloam Springs, Bentonville that are holding buses, so the kids aren't going to be getting out on this with their bus ride, and rightfully so. It's a good move. So here's the circulation that's starting to show up a little bit, and just to kind of zoom in and let you know where this is all at, Bentonville is kind of on the outskirts of all this, but it's still raining. It's still heavy. Look at how heavy the rain's starting to come down, and watch the visibility drop on our Siloam Springs WeatherBug Network camera. I'm going to move this over just a little bit, and we also got NWS chat over there too. There's a look at the winds. So that kind of shows you the winds. It's totally outflow now. Michael, how strong are those winds, would you say?
I would say at the moment maybe 25-ish right here at the high school.
What's coming your way, because we can see the horizontal rain bands. They're a little stronger at Allen Elementary, which is a little west of you. There's
damage near Keys.
Okay, so they had the damage. Remember what we were mentioning? It looked like it was moving northwest to Keys, but the radar and the tilt of the radar beam is actually in Keys. So important lesson that comes from much research. But this was a damage report in Cherokee County earlier. All right, Michael, there's a little bit of hail, too, that's showing up. Are you going to experience any of that pea-size hail at all?
Well, I haven't yet. So I guess we'll see here in a little bit what happens.
Looks like it might be passing just north of you. So we've got two severe thunderstorms, one's tornado warned, just to kind of reboot here, let you know what we have and what we're seeing across the area. So we've got a severe thunderstorm warning that goes until 4:15. This includes Bella Vista, Gentry, Decatur. It's a little north of Siloam Springs. It also includes Maysville, Sulphur Springs. Those winds really died down fast, by the way. And so this severe thunderstorm warning goes until 4:15. We've got a tornado warning that goes until 4 o'clock. Perhaps, let's see, we're at 3:39 right now. They might
severe thunderstorm warning.
They might be expiring this a lot sooner. Okay, we got a new severe thunderstorm warning now. As you see, it just popped up. This severe thunderstorm warning goes approximately until 4:15 as well. And the latest information on this is a severe thunderstorm is located over Siloam Springs. The winds did not last long, though. We can see that on the camera. Moving northeast at 45 miles an hour, 60-mile-an-hour winds, and penny-sized hail possible. So that hail core, Michael, is a little bit north of your area. I can hear, obviously, a lot of noise in the background. But I think you're good in the Siloam Springs area. Everything's winding down and the storm's moving out. And there is, even though the tornado warning is still in existence, I think you're in your safe. I think you're safe to get out in Siloam Springs, and the storm is starting to weaken. Even though the warning officially goes until 4 o'clock, or till 4 o'clock, that might be an expiration of it.
It probably is. I don't know.
Okay, let's see here.
Hey, Dan, I can tell you, right here at the high school, we're getting some extremely heavy rain.
Yeah.
And I would say 35-mile-per-hour winds at the high school right now.
So the tornado warning's killed. It's done. It's stopped. It's expired. And so they stopped the tornado warning. And just like we mentioned, Siloam Springs, you're done. You're in the clear. You're getting heavy rain, as you mentioned, which is going to be the heaviest rain right now over Siloam Springs. But it's not going to last very long, and then it'll stay a moderate rain after that. But this heavy rain band is moving towards Gentry, to Springtown, to Highville, and continuing northeast as well. So we've got obviously some heavy rain that will continue. So, Michael, thanks for your report. Appreciate the information. It's always good to have eyes on the ground, and your storm spotters keep us safe. So definitely appreciate the information. If you get anything else, let me know and call in.
All right, thank you, Dan.
All right, thank you, Michael.
Bye.
That was Michael Craddock, one of our storm spotters. So they were always covering these storms regardless where they're at, day or night. And so Siloam Springs, even though the severe thunderstorm warning officially goes for you, it is storm is moving out. They're going to expire that pretty soon as they crop out the part of the warning on the southwest side. So all is good in Siloam Springs. The buses probably shortly could be able to travel, even though it's still raining. The rain will be coming down, but the rain will lighten up because the heaviest rain now about to move into Gentry. So no tornado warnings currently in progress, but we do have a tornado warning now that's moving into Sequoyah County, and this is an area now that we really have to be concerned with. Let's get the camera off of there from Siloam Springs. We have a tornado warning that's including Sequoyah County, This tornado warning is going approximately, which has just been issued until 4:30. 3:40, the National Weather Service indicated a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado over Stigler, moving northeast at 40 miles an hour. And there is that circulation. So this is going to be making a beeline for the river valley. And this is an area that has the potential to produce maybe even stronger tornado potential. So Rick Cassidy just walking in this morning, afternoon. What time of the day is it?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, exactly. He's been here tracking the storms throughout the morning, and thanks for his presence for this afternoon. All right, so we can't drop off of television because now we got a new tornado warning that's including Sequoyah County, and this is about to move in. Now, it's a little outside of Sequoyah County. It's not quite ramped up just quite yet as strong as the other ones. So we could actually, we'll tend to send you back to programming briefly until this storm starts moving closer to Sequoyah County. Tornado warning has been officially dropped. Buses are being held in multiple school districts, multiple cities, rightfully so. The storms are coming through. They'll bring some strong gusty winds, heavy downpours, a lot of cloud ground lightning, and the tornado potential has lessened, though, at the moment across Benton County. And honestly, this is a blessing because that's going to be the end of the tornado potential for Benton County. But you see all these other areas that are southeast of the storm that are not impeded by storms, such as the River Valley, southern Washington County, also parts of Madison County. Those areas could be impacted.
And that's where that hatched risk of tornadoes exists. So.
And hatched area means the probability of stronger tornadoes on the EF scale within a few miles of a distance. So kind of you have a better chance in a smaller area of seeing tornado potential. Keep it here with your Weather Authority for the latest severe weather information. We'll keep you updated on that Sequoyah tornado warning.